People are furious, really angry with Disney Plus because it turns out that in just 1 year, they've doubled the price of their annual membership.
What would you do with 8,990 pesos? Would you buy yourself a tiny little burger that's going to leave you hungrier than you were before? Or would you subscribe to Disney Plus and get access to stories for everyone from Lilo and Stitch, Elio, Thunderbolts to series like Alien Earth or High Potential?
Someone replied, I'd rather have the burger. The news is real. And hold on, because it's much worse than you think. Here they say, excuse me, Disney Plus, what the heck is this? And we can see their annual Disney Plus subscription that's about to renew. And they tell you, before you used to pay $80 a year for Disney Plus. Now you're going to pay $160 for your annual subscription to the platform. That is double. Are you aware of this madness? The guy is going to pay double for the same platform. And I wonder, has Disney released new series and new movies that justify continuing to pay that annual amount? No, that's the objective reality. No, they haven't released anything new, nothing valuable. In fact, they've even slightly abandoned Disney Plus. Remember, at one point, movies like Moana 2 and the live-action Lilo and Stitch were planned as Disney Plus exclusives. Moana 2 was going to be a series and they turned it into a movie. So the harsh reality is that Disney has decided to focus less and less on Disney Plus because it's not a profitable business. They're not making money, and to make matters worse, they're raising the price on you. The cost of the annual and monthly subscription keeps going up, and in fact, someone here commented the following. And that's not even the most recent price. A couple of weeks ago, it went up to $190 per year. Look at this. This is no joke. Really. Starting from October 21st, Disney increased their prices to $190 per year, which means there was an additional $30 increase. It's no longer $160, it's $190. In short, if this man decides not to pay for this Disney Plus subscription, if in the future he wants to have access to the platform again, he will have to pay at least $30 more. 30 additional dollars. It's completely crazy. It's just nonsense. We're not aware. I know you might be thinking, let's see, Astro, a person in the United States can afford to pay for Disney Plus. That's true. It's objectively true. A person in the United States can afford it. But there's a small problem. Disney Plus isn't the only subscription you need to have. A lot of people have a bunch of subscriptions at the same time. They have a subscription to Apple Music or Spotify. They have a subscription to YouTube Premium. They have a subscription to Netflix, to Amazon. They have so many subscriptions piled up that when you look at it, you could easily be paying several $100s a month and several $1,000s a year just on subscriptions. In fact, someone commented that exactly the same thing happened to them with Excel. Please, let's analyze this image. Before, he used to pay $79 annually. In his latest renewal, he received an email informing him that now he will have to pay $115 for exactly the same Excel subscription. Are they aware? Of course, it's a smaller increase than Disney Plus, but it's still a price hike. And this is happening with almost all platforms. The vast majority of streaming services are raising their prices simultaneously. And we're reaching a point where it's unaffordable for the vast majority of people. It's unsustainable. I wouldn't keep paying for Disney Plus, not even crazy, honestly. Even if I like Disney, even if I were a fan of the company, I would cancel my subscription. This just seems disrespectful to me. I think it's an insult. And remember, it's actually going to cost $190 a year, not $160. So of course, I think it's an insult. Going from $80 to $190 is insulting. And besides, if that wasn't enough, Disney Plus, at the end of the day, is entertainment. For that, I'd rather just watch YouTube videos, honestly. But on the other hand, in the case of Microsoft, of Excel, well, I can understand it. It's a work tool. I mean, you don't have another option. Of course, this is annoying because it's another increase, it's another raise. But if at the end of the day, it's your work tool, you have to pay for it. I mean, even within memberships, within subscription services, there are priorities. Obviously, you should always prioritize your work tools. If you work online, you have to prioritize the tools you're working with. Period. But if articles mention this, Disney Plus has increased prices for all its plans. The premium subscription costs almost twice as much as it did 3 years ago. Twice as much. It's crazy because the platform didn't become what it promised to be. Remember very well that Disney Plus promised to be the Netflix killer. That's right, it was marketed as the Netflix killer, as the platform that was going to dig Netflix's grave. You remember very well. That's how Disney Plus was marketed. In the end, it was totally false and couldn't even compete with Netflix. They don't release consistent, high-quality content, period. But that's not all. Pay attention, because here's the worst part. They say, I have NBA, Disney Plus, Hulu, Apple Television, Amazon Prime, Netflix, Home Box Office Max, Paramount Plus, and YouTube Television. However, I can't watch my favorite basketball team. Fix this, ESPN. Just look at that. They won't let him access it to watch the event. Even though he spends and invests in all these memberships, including the NBA League Pass, he can't watch his favorite NBA team. It's just insane. That's how badly this works.
If you pay for Disney Plus Premium, like I do, because you're a sports fan, I want to share a little trick with you. If you're going to cancel your subscription and proceed to cancel it, it will give you the option to get 3 months at half price. You save $30 over 3 months, which isn't bad at all in this situation.
That's a shark mentality. Someone says, hey Disney, if you drop ESPN, I'll stop paying for Disney Plus and Hulu. Basically, that person completely cancelled their subscription and it will be available until November 27th of this year. So I don't know what you all think, but honestly, I think everything we're seeing is really serious. Prices are skyrocketing, and I think objectively speaking, several streaming services are going to have to shut down. Disney Plus might manage to survive, but I think it won't be a priority for Disney anymore. I think Disney has stopped focusing on Disney Plus. They're already moving away from it. They're already making it a secondary platform for the company. It's becoming that streaming service where all of Disney's content is hosted in one place. I think that's going to be the focus of Disney Plus. Exclusive content for Disney Plus is over. That's the reality. So I think we're entering a time when Disney Plus will probably start to become profitable because it's only going to cost Disney money to maintain the platform, you know? With exclusive content available, they won't need to create as many new series or movies. Very few, maybe each year, very few premieres. Most content on Disney Plus will be previously released theatrical movies. Gradually, they will ensure Disney Plus becomes profitable. Although, obviously, it would have ended up as a platform that is very far from what it promised to be. Thank you all. See you next time.